fourth video looking at Rembrandt's The Return of the Prodigal Son. We have already looked at 6 of the 7 characters in the painting, and in this final video, we come to the last figure, that of the Father. For this character, it's important to remember the parable in Luke 15 on which Rembrandt based this painting. In the parable, Jesus is using the Father to represent God. So as we look at the painting, I think it's important to keep in mind that Rembrandt is emphasizing characteristics of God in the way he presents certain aspects of the Father. For me, this is the character that started my meditation on the painting. And unlike most of the other characters, for this character, I have been influenced by what others have written, because what others have pointed out is just too beautiful to ignore. There are 3 main aspects of this character that I want us to focus in on: the hands, the robe, and the eyes. First, the hands. Did you notice that Rembrandt painted them differently? One is large and strong, fingers spread with the thumb pressing in, securing, protecting. The other is softer, fingers close together, gentle. You can almost see the caress. As I meditate on these 2 hands, one reminds me that God is the rock, the strong tower, our protector and refuge. I can hear Jesus saying in John 10, "No one can snatch them out of my hand." At the same time, the other hand reminds us of the God who is love, the God who tells us he has loved us with an everlasting love. With this hand, I can hear the words of Paul in 2 Corinthians. He is the compassionate Father and God of all comfort, the one who comforts us in all our trouble. The second point of focus is the robe. I read a comment by someone who said it made them think of wings, and now I can't see anything else. I can hear the words of Jesus in Luke 13 as he looked out at Jerusalem. "How often I have wanted to gather your people just as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings." Or as you look at the robe, meditate on Psalm 91. He will cover you with his feathers. He will shelter you with his wings. The last point of focus is the Father's face, or more specifically, the eyes. It looks like Rembrandt painted this character blind, or at least half blind. What a great way to show God's love and mercy, God's grace. In 1 Samuel, God says, "For the Lord does not see as mortals see. They look on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." During our recent class on Galatians, I came across the book Paul and the Power of Grace by John Barclay. When talking about God's grace, God's gift, he makes this observation. Paul took the Christ gift, the ultimate gift of God to the world, to be given without regard to worth and in the absence of worth, an unconditioned or incongruous gift that did not match the worth of its recipients, but created it. Look at the painting. Think about the parable. One character comes feeling so unworthy, broken, hopeless, and when he falls before the Father, he is held, protected, and fully accepted. The great thing about God's grace is that any one of the characters represented could come and feel the same thing, be held and accepted in the same way. The one hiding, the one curious but timid, the one sitting nearby just watching, or the one standing well-dressed, thinking he is the better son, because in his mind, he has done everything right. What about us? No matter which character we relate to in the painting, all we have to do is come. The Father is waiting to hold us in his strong, protecting love, to gather us under his wings, and to look with eyes of grace that don't look at who we think we are, but look with a grace that looks deep into the heart and gives us an identity, tells us who he knows we are, his, completely loved and accepted.